Good afternoon. My name is Forrest Goff, and today I'll be giving a lecture on IT and corporate governance. Starting right off, corporate governance is defined as a system of rules, policies, and practices that tell companies' boards of directors how to manage and oversee the daily operations of a company. Now, the main principles of corporate governance include, but are not limited to, transparency, accountability, and security. Without proper corporate governance, a company can fail to meet its set goals or even possibly completely shut down, leading to massive losses for shareholders. A great example of a lack of corporate governance is Enron, which is a company that basically made itself too big to fail and then failed. Now, moving on to IT governance. IT governance is defined as a system of processes that ensure the efficient and effective use of IT, which in turn enables an organization to achieve its goals. By ensuring that proper functionality is delivered, as well as implementing IT and new technologies, IT governance can provide improved customer satisfaction and loyalty. Without proper IT governance, a lot of IT-related risks will not be properly managed and can do a lot of damage to an organization. Now, the relationship between the two. IT and corporate governance are responsible for working together and looking ahead in the field of technology, and seeing how future applications could benefit organizations to work in a more streamlined, competitive manner. This can help businesses and organizations take off and provide a great environment for customers as well as employees. Now, what's the purpose of IT governance? The purpose of IT governance is to prevent risks and complacency in IT-related tasks, which in turn prevent companies and organizations from failing in the long run. The main objectives of IT governance are to deliver functionality and services according to organizational need, properly implement new technologies and IT, provide increased customer loyalty, preserve IT-based resources, and manage known IT risks. Now, what are the risks of poor IT governance? The lack of IT governance in organizations can lead to complacency, which in turn can cause large business projects to fail. Poor IT governance can lead to increased costs, data security leaks, and an unproductive use of IT assets. The majority of today's business initiatives are almost completely dependent on information systems, so poor IT governance can directly reduce an organization's profits. Now we're going to be moving on to a brief description of two of the main IT frameworks, the first of which will be the IT Infrastructure Library, otherwise known as ITIL, which provides an overall view of the service lifestyle, helps to identify regulatory constraints and design the best possible service, helps improve service and measure its effectiveness, but it has a limited view of risk management. Our next framework is Control Objectives for Information and Related Technology, or COBIT. Now, COBIT helps manage risk, performance, and resources, and it also covers planning, organization, delivery, support, acquisition, implementation, measurement, and evaluation. It is extremely useful in identifying weaknesses in the IT process. Now we'll be moving on to three short success stories that are all based off of deploying IT governance. The first will be Procter & Gamble, which implemented an ITIL framework in 1997, which apparently helped the company save more than $500 million in 4 years. The finance and accounting department showed a 6 to 8% cut in operating costs and a 15 to 20% reduction in technology staff. Our next success story is Quantzig, which implemented an IT governance framework that enabled the banking and financial service provider to cover and analyze large volumes of data, prepare and distribute validated risk reports on time, and access the real-time data across the enterprise. All of these together helped them fight fraud and cybercrime, increasing customer loyalty and satisfaction. Now, our last success story is the Ontario government itself. The government of Ontario also implemented an ITIL framework in order to improve service and functionality to over 25,000 users in over 1,000 locations. They were able to create a virtual service desk that improved response time, reduced trouble tickets, and cut support costs by 40%. Now, in summary, any company or business that wants to make profits in the long or short run needs to implement some form of IT governance to help ensure the effective use of IT in the workplace. Not only that, but they need to make sure that IT and corporate governance can work together in harmony in order to ensure maximum productiveness. Once again, thank you for your time. My name was Forrest Goff, and are there any questions for my presentation? Now moving on, these were the sources that I used for the presentation. All right, thank you very much.